If you want to see me create my second look using products from the Holiday 2021 set from Estee Lauder, then stick around. Hi there, it's Hélène, and yes, I'm going to create my second look using the Estee Lauder Holiday Blockbuster Set for 2021. If you have not seen my unboxing and my swatches for this latest set, I will have those video links right there with the image for you so that you can quickly go and take a look if you like. I have done one look already. It was with the cooler tone palette. I will put that video there as well as soon as the other two have run their course. And yeah, I want to just get into this. I will let you know what is on my face right now. I have a Physicians Formula BB cream as my base. I did not use the double wear today. I just did something quick on my face. I have some eyeshadow in my brow. And what else do I have on? I have a Urban Decay black liner on my upper lash line, meaning waterline, to give me kind of a little bit of life as I come on camera. And for my lips, I have just a very little remaining of a lip balm from Sephora. And that's pretty much everything that is on my face. Oh, and I did set my eyebrows with the ABH or Anastasia brow gel. So that's everything that is on my face. So now you know what the canvas is like. Oh, as well, I did use the NYX eyeshadow base, and I have the taupe color from taupe and brow bone color from my Pan That palette. But those will be covered up very shortly with the eyeshadows from Estee Lauder. So let's get going. Okay, I'm all set. This is the more neutrals brown leaning palette. The other one is, so this is the warm one, the other one is cool. And I am thinking that I want to use this eyeshadow because the last look was blue and silver, and I'd like to go really quite warm. So I'm going to use this eyeshadow, probably this one or this one. Definitely the bronzer is going to go on my face, and I think that's about everything that I'm going to use as far as just taking a look at it here. I think I'm probably going to put this color in the crease first before I go to the chocolate brown. So let's start with this color right here. It is kind of shiny, but that's okay. And to get started, I'm going to use this fluffy brush from Quo, which is a Canadian brand, and go right into this color that I said I would start off with. And I'm going to use the mirror from the Estee Lauder palette. And I'm not tapping off my brush. I'm going straight in over the taupe color. And I have something on my nose. Oh, a brush hair. I'm going to go dip back in. So I'm going just over that taupe color that I had as a base at the beginning of the video. And I knew that it would get completely covered up, so I don't feel like it's going to affect the look at all because this eyeshadow is pretty opaque. Woo! That is blingy. I hope I'm not making a mistake. Okay, so that is the base of the look, and I want to go in now with a denser fluffy brush to bring in that chocolate color, this one right here. And I'm going to try this brush that I don't use very often. It is the Sephora Small Shadow Brush. And it's kind of fluffy and more precise at the same time. So let's just see how it picks up the brown and lays it on top of that kind of a bronzy brown. It's doing an okay job, so I'm picking up more color. I can go to a denser brush if I need to, but I am definitely going really aggressively in the pan to make sure I pick up enough product despite the fact that it's a fluffy brush. Okay, it's doing an okay job. Just going to keep going a little bit more and just angling it sideways a little bit so that I can get into the crease more with the color. Oh, they layer on top of each other beautifully. Okay, that's a really, really nice match. I had a brush hair and then I had an eyelash. Everything's falling on my face today. I'm going sideways again just to get back into the crease here. Okay, and I'm going to finish this eye and do the other eye off camera, just to expedite things. I'm going to take that brown now on an angled brush and go on the outer to almost center lid. And this is my angled brush for that purpose. It's one of my favorite brushes, and I only put the brown on the one side of the brush that's going to be going along my lashes so that I don't go too far down. There we go. So that was the effect I was looking for. And now I want to go lighter on the inner to center lid. I think that's going to look good. I think that's going to look good if I use this color here, which seems to be almost like a rose gold. And in the swatches, it looked beautiful. So that's what I'd like to use. And I'm going to use a precision brush, my favorite precision brush, to take the color from here to about here. And here it is. This is my multitasker brush from Smashbox that is unfortunately discontinued. But if you can find a brush that's kind of pyramidal like this for inner to center lid, beautiful. It's such a good brush. All right, so here I go into the rose gold I showed you earlier, tapping off the excess, and there was a lot of excess, and I'm going to go right in from the center lid out. Now this other less shimmery, more of a beigey color would have been very nice there too, but I was thinking of using it on the brow bone. Okay, I'm going to just pick up the kick up that I have on the palette, and I'm going to keep going with that color. And I think I'm going to end up using my finger just to get a little bit more, just picking up the kick up again with my finger. And I'm just going to tap a little bit further onto the lid. Okay, that is a really flattering look. I just feel like I've got a little bit too much intensity with the brown here, so I'm just going to kind of phase it out to the outer edge. And I'm going to use that same fluffy brush and just kind of diffuse a little bit, because there's a little bit of that lighter brown that was the base on the brush, and I can just make it a little less intense. Okay, I think that worked pretty well. I think that works. I'm just going to take this brush from, this is from BH Cosmetics. It's the Studio Pro 5, and it helps me just reduce the intensity of some colors on the edges, and it always does a good job for me. And it is a silly, inexpensive brush. If you want to only spend about $3 for a brush, I highly recommend this one. It does get scratchy with use over time, but for a $5 brush, you can always have a great brush. Just replace it when you need to, but I'm a big fan of that brush. Okay, so it did exactly what it is that I wanted to do. Okay. I am going to replicate what I have on this eye, on the other eye, and we can finish up the look together with a few more Estee Lauder products. I will be right back. Okay, I am pretty happy with the way the two eyes turned out. I would like to use that deep brown with a precise smudger brush and just bring it all the way down and across. I think that that's going to add a little bit of oomph to the eye. And I also want to use this color on the brow bone. So let's do those two things, and then I'll do the rest of my face and also the lip, which I want to use Tiger Eye as a lip color. It's one of the two lipsticks that came in the kit. So first off, let's just take care of the brow bone. That's pretty quick. This is the brush that I tend to like to use for brow bone, and it is the Contour Shadow Brush. And it's pretty just very neutral beige color. Okay, and other side on that one. Okay, so that's looking pretty good, I think. And then I said I would use that Precise Smudger. Again, it's another Smashbox brush. And again, in that deep brown, chocolate brown color, and just lining the lower lash line. I am being pretty persistent with really brushing down on the on that eyeshadow, because it doesn't pick up a whole lot on the brush, but it seems to be giving me what I need when I compare the two eyes. So there's definitely more intensity on this side than that side, so that's good. It's working. Sometimes you have to finish both eyes to decide what else you want to do. And I think this is a good addition. Okay, I'm happy with that. Now we're going to match the intensity of the lower lash line with the upper lash line, and that is going to be using the little black liner, which is not so little, from Estee Lauder. I keep saying that in every video, but I mean, this thing is massive. Look at how big it is. Not quite so little. And on one side it says ultra fine, and on the other side it says thick liner, and it's in 01 Onyx Black. And we're going to go with the thick side first, and I'm just going to do the wing first. I don't know why, but I like to do that with this liner. And you can angle it whichever way you want to have a thicker or thinner line on the outside. So that's as much as I'm going to do on that side. I'm going to replicate that on the other side. All right, that eye is done. As I state the obvious. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. All right. And now I think we are good with the liner. I'm going to go with mascara next. And I'm using the mascara that came with the kit again this year. It's always in the kit. It is the Sumptuous Extreme Mascara, again from Estee Lauder. And let's get that going. Now I do find the brush pretty challenging. It's very big, and I always seem to smudge with this one. So we'll see what happens today. It usually gives me pretty decent volume. It's not an inexpensive mascara. It's around 30 Canadian. And that should not be a surprise to anyone, because Estee Lauder is a higher end makeup brand, so their pricing tends to reflect that. I don't think any mascara is worth 30 bucks, by the way. So as part of that kit, you would have heard me discount it quite a bit. If you haven't taken a look at that video yet of the unboxing, I recommend it. I had it earlier on in the video for you. And you can find all the links of what I put in the cards in the description box as well. Usually, anyway, I'm usually pretty good about that. Sometimes with the holiday sets, I don't have enough room in the description box to put all the links and everything I want to put in there for you. But I try. Wherever possible. Okay, so that is looking good. And I'll do a second coat on each side because I am a volume girl. Does a decent job on the first coat of kind of lengthening and defining the lashes. Now, the second coat should be giving me the volume that I so crave from mascara. I have long lashes, so to me, it's like I need the volume. I need the width on the lashes to kind of not make them so weird that they're so long, if that makes any sense. I don't want crazy volume, but I do want, I don't want spider leg lashes, but I do want a fair amount of volume. Okay, there we go. I'm really happy with the way that's turning out. And Hélène, you did not get smudges. Good girl. Okay, I am happy about that. I do want to put on some of the bronzer. This is the Bronze Goddess, and let me get a brush for that. And I think I'm going to use this brush both for the bronzer and the blush, and it is called the Morphe E3. I don't have very many brushes from Morphe, but this one I tend to go back to. I just really like the shape. So I'm going a little bit lower on the cheek and pushing it up. And then I'll have blush showing up here as well. So I'm going to do both sides right away. So more in the hollow of the cheek and then pushing it up. Okay, and I'm looking at my eyeshadow, checking if it's the same. And it seems like I've got a little bit of a dark patch here, so I'm just going to quickly use that same brush I used on the other side to soften that up a little bit. So I'm happy with that. Okay, now that we have the bronzer on, and I didn't do my temples because I did use a contouring cream from my Partners in Cream Pan That palette for cream products. So I don't want to go overboard, but I do want to take the other palette, which is the Cool palette, that has the Modern Mercury blush in it, and just add a spot of blush on each side. On each side, as if I'm going to do blush on one side, right? If I can open up this package, it is so hard to open. This closure from this year's set is almost impossible to open. There we go, finally, as I break a nail. Okay, here is the Modern Mercury blush that I'm going to use, and it's kind of a blush highlight or a highlighter blush. It's a nice combination, but I do wish that there were the blush that came in last year's set again, and it's just not available to us this year. So I'm hoping you can see a little bit of kind of a pinky hue that's quite luminescent, and I don't mind the effect at all. It's kind of a 2-for-1 product, but if you have a deeper skin tone, I don't know if it would show up enough for you. It might just show up as a straight highlighter, in which case you may want to add a blush underneath. Okay, there we go. Now, my look is almost done. I have 2 more things to do, I think. First off, I need to do a little bit of cover-up of the redness around my nose, and then we're going to do the lip with one of the lipsticks that is in this year's kit. Again, Holiday 2021 from Estee Lauder. Okay, redness gone, and I did take the opportunity to apply the all-nighter setting spray from Urban Decay just to set my makeup. I'm doing a number of videos today, and I want to make sure that it stays put, the makeup that is. And now to use this lipstick from Estee Lauder that came in the kit this year. It is called Tiger Eye. I think it is singular Tiger Eye. Yeah, 111 Tiger Eye, and it is a Pure Color Envy lipstick. It's quite sheer. Let me just do a quick swatch on my hands so that you can see. So sheer but buildable. So let's see how it looks with this eye look. I think it's going to be a terrific pairing. So let's see. And because it's a sheer lipstick, it's pretty easy to put on without a lip liner. It doesn't feel like I need to blot or anything, but I will use the lipstick trick. If you do not want to have lipstick on your teeth, put your finger in your mouth, pull out, and whatever is on would have ended up on your teeth ends up on your finger. There we go. So that is what I was able to avoid having on my teeth. And I really, really like this look. It was pretty darned effortless. I think you would agree with that. I think the rose gold is super, super flattering, especially with the lipstick choice. I don't have any complaints over this look. I will take a look at how it wears throughout the day. I am going out to meet a friend as well between videos to catch up. I haven't seen him in ages, and it'll be nice to catch up, and then doing videos later on in the evening. I will definitely have a good opportunity to see how the makeup wears for what is essentially going to be a full day still, even though I'm doing makeup in the afternoon. Yeah, I'm really happy with the look. So let's see how it wears. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think of the look and the color choices I selected for the look itself. If you have any requests for other colors from the Estee Lauder kit, please let me know, including the shadow numbers if you can for either one or a combination of the two palettes. And I very well may use a combination you'd like to see in a future video. And with that, I will say thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it every single time, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. But for now, take care.